Hi there! Today I'm going to show you how to style your hair with the Crew Forming Cream. This is how I style my friend's hair, and this is because somebody on Soupy was wondering on how to do that kind of Asian, I guess, boy band look, you could call it, style. And so I do it to her all the time, and I'm going to show you how. This is what the cream looks like. It is kind of white, looks like a pomade. You want to put a little bit of it on your fingers, like that. Not too much because you don't want to overwhelm your hair with hair product. Put it on your palms and you're just going to rub them in, and you want to make sure that it's all it's very spread out. Make sure it's covering all over your hands. If you've ever seen the Gatsby moving rubber videos, this is pretty much the same thing. Now, we are going to lightly put the product all over the hair. You don't want to put too much in a certain area, because you're going to end up with ugly, white, sticky hair that's going to look absolutely horrendously gross. So, you want to lightly spread product around your hair and make sure you get it all over, because this is going to make it easier for us to style the hair. Dance is optional. Alright, now we're done with that, I'm going to start sectioning off pieces and doing detail work. What I'm doing here is twisting the hair. This is one of the easiest way that I found to achieve that kind of spiky look, which is by twisting the hair, and you can twist the tips. Or you can use the palms of your hand and put them together like I'm doing right here, your fingertips or your palms, and push the hair in the direction that you want it to go. Here I'm twisting some tips to get that spiky look. You want to push the hair upwards because you want a lot of height and volume in this look, mostly around the top of your head. You want to pay attention to detail. Yes, even those tiny strands at the front of your forehead. It's very important that you do this because in this style, detail is pretty much key. You want to have your hair spiked all over, and you want to make sure it just looks awesome. You want it to look incredible, and paying a lot of attention to detail in this is important. I put a little bit of extra product on my hands for the detail work, and you're going to have to keep putting extra product in your hands as you work your way through. But as I was saying, you really want to put some detail work in here. Take your time, don't rush it. Spend some time on your hair because you want it to look, you want it to look great. And like I said, details matter. Alright, now I'm running my hands through your hair again. Another good way that I found to add a lot of volume easily is to just run your hands in the opposite direction that your hair is growing. What I'm going to do here now is I'm going to start combing the sides of her hair, where her temple is, forward, because that seems to be yet another key to the Asian boy band hair. Now, what I'm going to do in a little bit here on the other side is when I run my fingers through, I'm going to make kind of a wavy motion, and that's going to help separate the hair and give it that kind of piecey look right there. So you can try doing that a little bit, and I'm just kind of fixing the sideburns a little bit more, twisting them around to get that spiky look that I want it to have. Now, the thing you have to keep in mind about the product that we're using is it's not meant for very strong hold. It's meant for just kind of a little bit of a style. And I'm just going to let you know that if you want those really crazy gravity-defying looks, you're not going to get it with this. If you really want to get something incredibly, gravity-defying, kind of like a J-Rock style, you're going to have to get something a lot stronger. I'd recommend freezing spray or hair glue, and some of the best products for that are the Got To Be line. They come in these yellow bottles. They look pretty awesome, and it's Got with a number 2 and a B. Another thing you could do, which is what I find very useful, is go to your friendly neighborhood punk rock Metallica store. Where I live, it's called Nor Leather, and usually at these stores, don't go to Hot Topic. Don't go to Hot Topic. Okay. Anyway, usually at these stores they sell really intense hair products, cool things like Special Effects hair dye, Manic Panic, and they tend to sell also hair products to help style your hair. And those are really great things to use for gravity-defying looks because they are intended for people who want to create, those 3 foot, 3 foot tall mohawks and, incredible things like that. So if you want this to hold all day, and also if you have longer hair and you want to achieve this look, some hair glue and freezing spray would work really well. I would stay away from gel. I have never had any good experiences with gel when it comes to this look. I tried doing it on another friend a while back and it just looked oily and wet. And hairspray, if you want to use it, only use a little bit after you're finished styling your hair, because if you use too much of it, I think it would just make it look kind of sticky and it'll look way too hard and stiff, and that's not what we're trying to accomplish here. I would also like to add that you should not be afraid of the people that work at your friendly neighborhood rock punk store. Generally, they're very friendly people, and I found that they can be a great help. So just ask them what the most popular products are and what would be best for a very intense hold, and I'm sure they'll be very happy to help you. Now here's something else that I like to do with my friend's hair, and as you can see, I was having a little bit of trouble holding that spike up. And so what I'm going to do is just take a bobby pin and I'm going to pin it back a little bit higher than it needs to be, because when I'm done styling the back, that would have already set, and then I'll be able to get a little bit of a higher rise than I would have if I was just playing with it with my hands. I would also like to say that this product, another thing you need to keep in mind with it, is that it's kind of moldable, pliable throughout the whole day. So you might start to see that your hair might start to fall throughout the day. All you need to do is run your hands through it again occasionally, and you'll be able to get a really nice rise from it again in literally seconds. What I'm doing here is I'm starting to style the back of her hair. What you can do if you have longer hair on the back, unlike she does, is you can try doing that style that is also really popular, which is taking the back tips around where your ears are and kind of combing them forward a little. That way you can see them if you're at a frontal view, and that seems to be pretty popular these days. Alright, what's going to go here is I'm going to start spreading the product all around my friend's, the back of my friend's head, which kind of looks perverse right now, but make sure all the product is through. What I'm going to do is try to give her kind of a faux hawk, because the style I was talking about earlier can't be done with her hair because it's too short. Now, keep in mind about how little product I had in my hand, you still get a pretty good rise. I think the case for her is because her hair is short, so it's a lot easier to make it stand up since there's not a lot of weight on it. Like I said, this style might not work so well if you have longer or thicker hair, so you might want to have your hair thinned out if it's longer, or you might want to use stronger hair products. I'm taking the bobby pin out here, and you can see the really nice rise that it gave it. You could leave it in even longer if you'd like, if you really want a great rise, but I didn't need it that much and we don't have time in this video. All I'm doing here is kind of rearranging the spikes to where I want them to go, since, like I said, the product is really moldable and easy to work with.
You're blushing.
I know.
We made our model blush.
I'd rather do that.
You'd rather be blushing while we do your hair? Or
No,
Allie does your hair?
you know.
Oh, yeah. Is that you know?
A bit more songs than that.
No, they're Sungri.
I don't know them apart.
Sungri's in Big Bang.
Yay, I'm giving you sexy Friday hair.
Of course.
It's the only part on the video that isn't going to be muted too.
Except his hair goes up more. That's why. No, it's just they comb his forward, so it's
too much like downtown, it'd be a little weird. Slightly uncomfortable for the both of us. Okay.
I'm done. Done.
After a few finishing details, you're done! Congratulations! This is what your hair should look like. You want it to be really spiky, piecey, and detailed, with a kind of a high rise at the top.